bayan. Syempre, bukod po sa mga representante natin sa Kongreso. So siguro a few points that I picked up from the presentations. I've been taking notes po, as you can see. Meron na ako siguro gusto na ibahagi. We are one with you in wanting to prioritize funding for human capital development. And several of the points that were raised, syempre po, una, pagdating sa edukasyon, pagdating sa classrooms, pagdating sa facilities, sa textbooks, especially for marginalized learners. So we're with you on that. Ito po yung budget na sinasabi nga po bilang sinabi po yun ni Secretary Amena Pangandaman noong turn over po yung NEP na ito po yung biggest budget for education. We're very, very close. Are 3.96% of the GDP. So we're close to the 4% as constitutionally mandated. Pero alam namin na meron pa rin mga areas na kailangan pa po natin pagtuunan ng pansin. So titignan po natin yon. We're with you and the President is with us also in the call to bridge the gap in classroom shortage. Marami po mga classrooms sa pangangailangan sa buong bansa at nandito po kami, kasama niyo po kami doon na talaga pong susubukan natin na mas maparami yung kasalukuyan nandoon sa Basic Education Fund, yung BEF. Alam natin na binanggit niyo po yon na yung kasalukuyang level ay hindi sapat para mapagawa yung mga kakulangan sa classroom. So kasama niyo po kami, susubukan po natin itaas yung level ng BEF. Pagdating po sa agrikultura, syempre po yung ating funding para sa mga farm-to-market roads, para sa irigasyon, ang pagdating po sa mga pangangailangan ng mga magsasaka, mga makinarya, mga farm inputs, kasama niyo din po kami dyan. Kaya talaga po susuriin natin yung budget ng DA at ng NIA at titignan po natin kung saan po tayo pwede magtaas pa para mas maging malakas yung suporta ng gobyerno sa agrikultura. Pagdating po sa health, Renace din po kanina yan, in terms of health programs, again, we're with you on that. Kulang pa yung ating health facilities, support to indigent, support to financially challenged, financially incapacitated patients. So, susubukan din po natin na ma-address yan. Bilang nga po, binanggit po ng ating Pangulo sa kanyang SONA na ang goal po ay sa government hospitals, mag-zero balance billing na. So, susubukan po natin na mas mapataas pa yung pondo sa health para po mas maging posible yon na makatulong po tayo sa ating mga kababayan na nangangailangan. I also heard the advocacies around transportation in terms of funding for POV modernization, walking and cycling infrastructure increase, planning for better mobility. So titignan din po natin yan when we look at the budget of DOTR. Titignan po natin yan, DOTR and DPWH both. Nagbanggit din po yung climate initiatives. So yun po, ako po personally, like I would need more guidance on that matter, kung ano yung specific programs or areas that need more funding para po ma-advocate yung climate initiatives. Social welfare programs were also mentioned. Siyempre po, yung mga tulong natin, human capital development nga. So, nandyan po yung tulong sa labor, sa education, health, holistic po. So, we will make sure po that we prioritize funding for human capital development and social welfare programs. So, yun po, narinig po namin yung mga binanggit ninyo, pero naiintindihan po namin na given the limited time, we were not able to go into specific programs, specific line items that we are looking at. So, ang request po siguro namin on the part of the Committee on Appropriations and the House Task Force is if you may also provide us greater detail. So, which specific line items, which specific programs. May mga nabanggit po kanina, nag-decrease sa SPED, nag-decrease sa ALS, nag-decrease sa IPED. So kung pwede po na, or sa textbook, so those specific line items sa walking and cycling infrastructure, that was mentioned as well. So it would be very helpful for us, given na libo-libo po yung pages ng ating GAB, that if you can help pinpoint which specific programs you would like us to look into more. So that would be very much appreciated. Binanggit nga po namin kanina in terms of technical expertise, marami po sa ating mga CSO partners, you've been studying this particular sector, this particular area for many years, yung iba po ilang dekada pa. So we would greatly appreciate your inputs, your technical inputs in terms of particular sectors, in terms of particular programs, and we'll be very much open to collaborating with you on that. Yung pagbanggit po sa bukas, yun po yung ating ginawa. Sinimulan na po natin yan. Bukas po yung DBCC hearing natin una, lahat po ng ating mga budget hearings. Bukas din, pati yung deliberasyon ng BARC, yun po yung Budget Amendments Review Subcommittee, magiging bukas din. We're also partnering with the Senate. Siyempre po bicameral po yung desisyon natin pagdating dyan. Yung pagbubukas po ng Bicameral Conference Committee o yung BICAM, yan po ay suportado din po natin. At syempre po ng liderato ng Kongreso na pinamumunuan po ng ating mahal na Speaker Martin Romualdez. So we're with you on that. That's one of the reforms that we're pushing for. Yung open BICAM, yung stronger engagement sa mga civil society organizations, at pati po yung pag-abolish dun sa tinatawag na small committee, at yung pagpasok po nung tinatawag natin na Budget Amendments Review Subcommittee na tumatakbo sa kabaan ng deliberasyon, at mas bukas na yung deliberasyon patungkol po sa mga amyenda na ating pong ikokonsidera para po sa ating budget. So, yun po siguro, given that medyo high level po yung discussion natin and there's limited time, we would really appreciate it if you may please share more technical details of your proposals, which particular programs, agencies, line items you would like us to look at and scrutinize even more. So we would super appreciate that. A lot of you also offered na in terms of interpellation questions, you would also be very much happy to engage with us on that. So tulad po ng binanggit ko at binanggit ni Kong Jude, we will make sure there are champions for civil society organizations who can speak during committee hearings. So nandyan po yung ating mga vice chair ng Committee on Appropriations. They can ask your questions to the agencies. And as Kong Jude offered, of course, the authors of HR House Resolution 94 would also serve as champions. Kung bukod po doon, if you would also know other representatives who are champions or advocates of particular sectors, please feel free to approach them. Kasi very active naman po yung partisipasyon ng lahat ng mga miyembro ng Kamara pagdating po sa ating budget deliberations. Certain things lang that we would have to understand, yung machine-readable format, we've admitted to several of you na that may be part of our medyo technologically challenged kami dito. So if you may please share with the task force kanila, Doc General, what exactly you mean by machine readable? Kasi machine searchable lang po yung alam namin as a PDF format. But please enlighten us as to what that is, and we'll check whether it would be feasible or technically possible or practicable for the committee to adopt the suggestion for a machine readable format. Hindi pa po ako makapag-comment kasi hindi ko alam what it is exactly, but once you share with us, we can check the feasibility of implementing that. So yun po, I do have a lot of notes from all of your presentations, and we'll have more collaborations. As we said, kung every week po, kaya natin. Pero pakisabihan lang po yung task force natin kung anong ahensya po ng gobyerno, anong departamento yung gusto nyo pong talakayin, para po ma-request ko po yung vice chairperson namin sa appropriations na sponsor po nung agency na yon na maging kasama po ninyo doon po sa mga meetings natin, weekly touch points, weekly engagements po natin. So, yun lang po. Gusto ko po sana, I would like to recognize the presence of our Vice Chairperson from the Committee on Appropriations, who will be sponsoring the budget of the Department of Transportation. So, marami po tayo ditong advocates for transportation. So, Vice Chair Edwin Ongsuan will be your champion for transportation. Ayan po, sakto po. We have several of our partners here po. Safe Travel PH, Move as One. They're advocates po for transportation. So, yun po, maganda po na pwede nyo na po makausap si Vice Chair Ong Shuan kasi siya po yung pwede ninyo maging champion during the hearings of DOTR. So, yun po. Would you still like po to do an open forum or that's it for today po and then we can further engage in the coming weeks? Ano po ba yung mas okay sa lahat? We're okay? We're okay for today? Okay? Sige po, basta if there's anything lang po, again, this is the first of many, many engagements. Thank you so much for all of your inputs for today. And we look forward to receiving your position papers, your, as I said, completed staff work of all the technical inputs that you would share with the committee, your interpellation questions that can be championed by the vice chairs of the Committee on Appropriations. And yun po, we look forward and we will make sure that this budget is people-centered and will be very much responsive to the needs of the Filipino people. Maraming salamat. If we may request po for a group photo with everyone. Doc June, pakisabi na lang po if they have any more questions, please feel free to let us know lang po. Okay. We'd also like to recognize for ano naman po, for agriculture, our sponsor for the Department of Agriculture, Vice Chair Anna York Bondoc is also here with us. So they will be championing the OTR and DA for the budget deliberations. Okay, so maybe request po for a photo. Okay lang po ba? Okay.